So what a great season opening race that was then. We saw great battles, closer racing, and on top of that, Ferrari actually lived up to all the hype over the winter and during testing by producing a race-winning car. And they did win, with Charles Leclerc taking victory following an epic battle with Max Verstappen. And I think these two have set up something to look forward to this season, that being a great battle between Ferrari and Red Bull, even if Red Bull suffered major issues at the end of the race. In this video, I'm going to be looking at the big talking points from that great race in Bahrain, so let's get into it. Now, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content. But let's get into it, and the big thing we have to talk about is Ferrari and Red Bull. Now, first off, we have to discuss what happened to Red Bull at the end of the race, as both Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez ended up out of it. Firstly, starting with Max, he suffered a power steering issue with a few laps to go, and then on top of that he had another issue which forced him out of the race. And then Sergio Perez also started having problems as he started to lose power, and on the final lap ended up spinning due to the engine cutting. So the RB18 is competitive and quick, no doubt about it, but from a reliability standpoint, this is a big problem for Red Bull right now, and they have a lot of work to do before the next race in Saudi Arabia to get on top of it. However, as I say, Red Bull did look quick, and they did give Ferrari a good fight before they suffered all their issues. Ferrari lived up to all the hype in the pre-season and had a super quick car during the race in Bahrain, with Charles Leclerc leading out in front and keeping Max Verstappen at bay in second. But my word, did we see an epic fight between them before Verstappen had his issues. This all started around lap 15 with Verstappen deciding to do the undercut, and Ferrari reacted quickly, but due to Leclerc coming out on colder and slightly older tyres, we got 3 laps of insane racing between the two drivers. I mean, it was fantastic. Verstappen kept sending it into turn 1, and even though he got past Leclerc, Leclerc was able to get better drive into turn 4 and retake the lead, and it was just epic. Max then had a big lock-up on his last attempt to get past Leclerc, which then ended that battle. Then later on, Red Bull started to suffer their issues, but overall Ferrari were just quicker than Red Bull in the race, and Leclerc won the race with ease in the end. And even though his teammate Carlos Sainz was slower than him and Verstappen, he was quick enough to be in P3 throughout the race, and then took the opportunity to move into P2 when Max had his issues. And it meant Ferrari ended up with a 1-2. It was well deserved, and for me, the team are definitely now the ones to beat. But now let's move on to Mercedes, and they were absolutely nowhere in that race, yet Lewis Hamilton somehow ended up on the podium. Now the team actually looked strong in the first few laps of the race, as they just about kept up with Red Bull and Ferrari, but then they dropped off massively. They started to fall back a bit, and then the decision to do an early stop and move on to the hard tyres for a 1-stop was just the wrong choice, with the team falling so far back from Ferrari and Red Bull. I mean, they were legitimately 30 seconds behind at one point, but then a safety car bunched the whole field up at the end, and with Red Bull having its issues, Mercedes were able to capitalise on this, with Hamilton finishing in 3rd and George Russell in P4. But there is still a lot of work to do for Mercedes. They were lucky today, but they have lots of issues to sort out if they are going to put up a championship challenge. Now, I also just want to give a shout out to Alfa Romeo and Haas. What a great job they did today. Kevin Magnussen in his Haas did a few lockups throughout the race, but he was super consistent and finished P5 in the end, and while Bottas in his Alfa had a poor start, he worked his way up back to P6. It was great to see both teams do well after a difficult 2021 season, and they both deserve it. And also well done to Zhou Guanyu. Finishing in P10 in his first race is a great achievement. But on the flip side, we have to mention McLaren, as they were absolutely nowhere in this race. I mean, in 2021 they were able to put that car on the podium, and in this race for most of it they were at the back and had no pace whatsoever. They were literally a backmarker team, and after the safety car they were 14th and 15th. There is a serious amount of work that needs to go into that car, especially the brakes, as it seems to be hindering the team massively, and they are facing a long and painful season if they don't get on top of their issues, so there is lots to do. But guys, what did you make of that crazy race in Bahrain? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care